Since you have a destiny, you must always receive information that will help you fulfill that destiny. Every destiny needs an information to fulfill it. Unless you don't have a destiny. But if you have a destiny, it means that you need an information to empower you to fulfill that destiny. God puts everything that we will need into the world. So there's nothing like God bringing things from heaven to us. You see, everything that we need to fulfill our destiny on earth was added to our lives. There was nothing that God didn't add. Everything that we need to fulfill our destiny, God added it to our lives. Spirit, soul, and body. Your spirit, your soul, your body, God has made provision so that you can live to fulfill His expectation. You see, it's like when a car is made. When you made a car or produce a car, the manufacturer adds spare parts to the car, so that anytime something goes wrong in the car, you will go and buy the spare parts to fix what is destroyed or what is broken. The same way, when God created you, God had everything you need to make you fulfill your destiny. And because God had everything that you need to fulfill your destiny, you must discover the things that God has given to you. You must discover it. You see? You must discover it. Because if you don't discover it, you cannot make good use of it. First, you must be aware that everything is added to your life. Second, you must discover it. How to use it. So 3 things. Number 1, the information is you must be aware that when God created me, God gave everything I need to fulfill my destiny attached to my life. Number 2, I must discover what He has given to me. Number 3, I must utilize it to fulfill my destiny. If you are able to have these 3 information, it's easy for you to enjoy the provision. If you cannot get the information that you have everything that you need in your life, and you cannot discover it, you can never walk in it. Every aspect of your life, God has made provision for you. Have you noticed that whenever you barber your hair, it grows again? That is permanent till the day you will die. Have you noticed that anytime you cut your nails, it grows again? That is permanent. I'm just using that to give you a picture that God has made provision for you in every aspect. What you need is for your eyes to open. Your eyes to open to see what He has for you. One of our visitors who come to fellowship with us from time to time was giving a testimony that one Sunday she came to church. I think it will be about last year. She came to church, and after preaching and we entered into prayer time, but before then she came to see me that she wants to travel to Germany. She wants to travel to Germany. Maybe she will come and testify later. So she told mommy about it, that she wants to travel. So when they closed, at that time I used to stand here. So she came to me and she was telling me about the traveling, that she was going for the visa and all that. But when she was telling me all that, spiritually, I did not see any green light. Because sometimes when people are talking to me, if the thing is really something that is going to work, I will have the green light. There is a way I experience it. I'll have the green light, so I know this thing will work. I didn't have the green, so I didn't answer her. I didn't say anything. I just listened to what she was saying, and that is it. So she walked away. She told mommy that when she told that, I didn't say anything positive about traveling and all that. So after some months, she came to church again. And whilst I was ministering, I remember she was sitting somewhere here. And I saw that her husband, the man that she will get married to, will walk into her life. You know, there are people who go around looking for husbands. But her own, I saw the man walking into her life without struggle, without any difficulty. So I told her that I'm seeing your husband walking to you, so your husband will walk to you and tell you he wants to marry you. So I gave her the word as I have received it. And then church was closed. She went home. She was testifying that she was sitting right in her shop when the man walked direct into her shop and told her, want to marry her. And the man is from America, want to marry her. And they are preparing to marry. So said she will come to testify. And not just somebody, a whole package. A good man, because God has spoken. But she used to attend a particular church. She has been going there for a long time. But her blessing was here. You see that? Her blessing, her marital blessing was here. This is where God has prepared her blessing. This is where she will have fulfillment of her marital life. This is where. You see. So it's another thing to have the information about something, and it's another thing to see it or discover it, and it's another thing to experience it. They are not the same. This message will stabilize you. This message will stabilize you, because most times, most of the things we are looking for, they are not far away from us. Most of the things God has given to us, they are not far away from us. When people stop coming to church, I always say that they don't have anything again to receive. That's right, because you cannot stop work except there is a problem. You cannot stop coming to church except you are not receiving anything from the place. You see, if there's nothing there, why would you go there? So when you stop, means you don't have anything to receive there. That is the way I see it. If you walk out of somebody's life, means that there's nothing there. That's why you walk out of the person's life. It's something that keeps you in a place. When you no longer receive it, you have to leave, because you don't benefit anything from it. Jesus healed a blind man, and the Pharisees asked the blind man to go and call the parents. We are not sure that this man was a blind man. Then they brought the parents, and they asked the parents, are you sure your son is a blind man? He said, well, our son is a full-grown man. Let him talk for himself. What did the blind man told the Pharisees? The blind man told the Pharisees that, well, whatever you call this man, that he cast demons by Beelzebub, is a devil. I don't care. All I know is that I was once blind, and now I can see. And so long as I can see it, I don't need you to tell me what I need to know. I can now see. Rather, I can help you to become, if you want to become his disciples, I can connect you to him, because now I have connection with him. That is the way you look at things. You look at proofs. You look at evidence. You don't look at rumors. You look at evidence. By evidence, you can decide whether or not you continue or you will not continue. So discovery is very important. If you are going to fulfill your destiny, you need that information to be informed that everything is yours. Number two, to discover what is yours and then utilize it. Africa is the richest continent in the world. But do you know why we cannot be prosperous? Because number one, we are not informed of what we have. Number two, we have not discovered what we have. Number three, we are not utilizing what we have. You see Lebanese, Chinese, foreigners who come here, open big companies and employ us and pay us. Most of the foreign companies, they have employed blacks. Even when a contract is awarded to a foreign company to construct road, they are white people and they will employ the black people to work. The resources we have, we cannot utilize it, so they come and they utilize it and they give us piece of it. A footballer will sign a contract. African footballer will sign a contract and then go to Europe to play. And because he's just excited that he's in Europe, he's just excited that he was playing at Nima, some dry park, or he was playing at Mamobi somewhere, or maybe around Hacho or Bosche. So now he got up, he saw green grass, huge stadium. Instead of him to sign maybe 4 years, he will sign 10 years or 15 years contract with the team. He didn't know that he is the one going to generate money for them. Your ability and your potential is what is going to generate money for them to pay you out of it. But because you thought that they are really favoring you, they are rather favoring you, you will not be in haste to sign. So can you see a lot of football? They'll be in one team. They'll play. They have small blessings out of it. Because they did not know what they have. There are a lot of rappers in America that today they are multi-millionaires, even billionaires. Yes. They have so much wealth. Rappers, first of all, they discover what they have. And they realize that the people need it than they need the people. Because he needs to entertain the people for the people to release their resources to him. You see? So everything we need, God has given it to us. It's up to us to be informed about it. Do you know how much Ghana has when it comes to mineral resources? Ghana has so many things that we have not discovered yet. Nigeria has a lot of resources, but poor country. Ghana, poor country. Togo, poor country. We discovered oil recently, and people will come and take the oil and give us lower percentage. It's for us. So you can be endowed with giftings, But until you know that you are the value of that gift, other people can use it to enrich themselves. One touch, your life will be transformed. You know, I used to have one touch ministration. See, when I pray with you, something will change. And truly, when I pray, something will change. You see? So I was praying for people. Things are changing. But my life is not changing. You get it? I was standing here, attend to a lot of people. I'll do consultation. I'll sit down from morning to evening. I used to do consultation. I will sit down from morning 6. I'm seated. I'll close around 10 in the evening. Consultation though. I'm not charging anybody money. When you come to the consultation, you go. You just put one basket, just put small offering, go. When you come, I'll tell you, when I pray with you, when you go back, you are coming back with a testimony. Truly. So the consultation starts sometime 5 o'clock, 5 a.m. in the morning. Before I will get there by 6, we have long queue. I was changing lives, but my life was not changed. I was excited that people were coming to give testimonies, breakthroughs. Say, Pastor, when you pray with me, something happened. Pray with me, something happened. I remember I prayed for a man years ago that was deported from London. Let me give you the testimony. A man who was deported, you know, when you are deported from Europe, it's difficult for you to go back. The man was deported from London to Ghana. Deportation. So I did consultation one Tuesday. When I was about to close, around 8, they rushed into the consultation. I told the people who were writing names that I don't want to attend to these people. I'm tired, I'm going home. And the woman, the wife, rushed and knelt down and started begging, Pastor, please, my husband has a problem. My husband has a problem. My husband has a problem. I told them, okay, I'll have appointment with you on Wednesday because the consultation was Tuesday. I have appointment with you on Wednesday. So when I turned, I was leaving, I heard clear in my ears that tell the man he will go back to London. So I turned, I said, the Lord told me that you go back to London. The wife just laughed. And the man also smiled. And I told him, I've spoken. But come and see me tomorrow. So he came on Wednesday because I came to the office. And when he came, God gave me some special instructions to pray for him. So I prayed for him. Less than 1 month, he got visa again and went back to London. But ask whether when he went to London, my life was changed. My life was not changed. I was still the same person. I was changing people's lives, but my life is not changing. You see, that is the way it is. So you can be blessed, but others can be eating out of your blessing and you will not get anything out of it. It's true. So what do? We change the arrangement. We change the plan. Some will feel, oh, now it doesn't speak like that again. No, it's like that. It's like the lion. The lion is still the strongest animal in the jungle. You see, but for the father is sleeping. That doesn't mean that he's no more alive. One word can change your life. One single word can take you from point 0 to point success. One word like that can change your life. Unless it's not from God. But if I hear it, Lord, what are you saying? And he said, this is the way. Your life will change. And God has networked the world in a way that your blessing is connected to somebody's blessing. That is the way God does. You see, you have something to give to somebody to take what the person has. And somebody has something to give it to you to take what you have. That is the way the system of the world, God has networked it. Joseph interpreted the dream of Pharaoh, and Pharaoh made him a prime minister. You see, that is the way it works. He interpreted the dream of Pharaoh of 7 years prosperity, 7 years famine, and Joseph was appointed prime minister over Egypt. He was given a wife. He was given his own house. He was blessed. What made him? His ability brought his prosperity. So whatever God has given to you is a medium of getting you what you want. Nobody will know who is Messi. Nobody will know him because there are a lot of Messi in Argentina. But what made Messi Messi is his goal scoring skills. We have Ronaldo in Brazil. Then we have Cristiano Ronaldo. The difference between the two is that Cristiano Ronaldo is an effective goal scorer. What you have is what is a medium to make you prosperous. But you must discover what you have. When you discover what you have, then you can utilize what you have to get what you want. Suffering is as a result of emptiness. Where there is potential, where there is ability, there is success. I need you, you also need me to make a living. The buyer and the seller need each other. The taxi driver and the passenger need each other. The president and the citizen need each other. The citizens will vote you there to power. Then you construct the roads for the citizens. You open schools for the citizens. You build hospitals for the citizens. You create jobs for the citizens. You build a security system for the citizens. Then you become an important person in the nation. They will not be on the street challenging you, because there is a saying, hand go, hand come. So everything that you need, God has given to you. Number one, discover it. Be informed. Utilize it. Your ability, your potential is what gives you value in life. Thus the Bible tells us that a man's gift will make room for him and bring him before great men. So God gave us everything. Your eyes need to open to see what you have. So you can stop blaming witches, wizards, demons, forces, principalities, and things. You have everything at your disposal to use, build up the economy. You have ignored all that. And that is Africa for you. We like blaming people. It's my mother. It's my auntie. It's my grandmother. This is why we cannot become what God has designed us to be. There are people who are looking for witches everywhere. They are going to church. Pastor, who is doing me? Who is doing me? It's my grandmother. It's my auntie who's doing me. So we are blind to the things God has given to us, and our eyes are open to the things that we think is against us. I tell people that juju, as sometimes somebody will say that women use charm to charm men. I've been telling Sometimes I used to tell mommy that it's not possible. Because you see, you are a human being, you know what you want in life. Are you listening to me? You must know what you want. Because there's nothing like somebody charm you or somebody use something to get you. No. You know what you like. And when you know what you like, it's what differentiates you and others. Your desires is what differentiates you. It said by a desire, a man is separated from his friends. So by a desire, you are separated from others. That's the way it works. So I just want to emphasize to you that there must be an information for you, number one, discovery, number two, and utilization. Let's look at what God did for us when he created us in Adam. Genesis chapter number 2.
Genesis chapter 2.
You'll be reading from verse number 4. Genesis 2:4.
Genesis chapter 2 verse 4. Reading from the King James Version. These are the generations of the heavens and of the earth when they were created, in the day that the Lord God made the earth and the heavens. Verse 5. And every plant of the field before it was in the earth, and every herb of the field before it grew. For the Lord God had not caused it to rain upon the earth, and there was not a man to till the ground. Verse 6. But there went up a mist from the earth, and watered the whole face of the ground. Verse 7. And the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground, and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul. Verse 8. And the Lord God planted a garden eastward in Eden, and there he put the man whom he had formed.
Hold on. So you see, before God put man in the garden, God has already put everything that man will need inside that garden. That is what we just read. From verse 4 up to 8, that's what it's saying. Before God now placed man inside the garden, God has made provision for everything he will need to use in that garden. God has made provision for the water, the resources, the stone, everything that man needs. He has put it there. You see that? So there's nothing like God put man first before now man begin to ask God to give him the things. No. God put the things that the man will need first before God puts man there. You know, here development goes before things we need. You know, that's why places cannot be developed. You know, we came here before they brought water. We came here before they brought electricity. But it's supposed to be that water first, electricity second, telephone third. Other things we will need must be in the community first before we start building. But most often, the things we need rather become second. That's why you can go and live in a place, it's difficult to get water. It's difficult to get electricity. It's difficult because development goes ahead before the provisions. But God being wise, when he was creating man, he put the resources first. That's why every nation has the resources. Every continent has resources. Because God will not put us into a place without providing for us. Every raw material that we need to develop our country, to develop our cities, to develop our families, to develop our lives, God has given to us. What we need is eye opener. We need to open our eye to know it or to see it. Because the other day I taught you here that there's a difference between looking and seeing. You can be looking at somebody without seeing anything, but seeing somebody you can tell what is wearing, how you tell, because you are seeing things. You see. So everything you will need in your life, God has made it available for you. You don't need to go and blame witches. I'm not saying there are no witches. There are witches, there are wizards, there are forces of darkness at work. But you don't go and be looking for such things. Say, oh, they say somebody is doing me, so let me go and find out Who is it? You don't need to go around looking for witches and wizards, looking for demons, looking for devils. Go around looking for what he has made available for you. You see, the white man is always making new discoveries. The black man is always looking for evil spirits, evil forces that are the hindrances of his life. I'm telling you, as I'm talking, there are people who have traveled. Almost here, we are going to look for people who are doing us. While the white man is making discoveries every day, is searching what God has freely given to them. We are searching for those who are doing us. 99% of people go to church. They go to church because they believe somebody is doing them, and they are going there to wage war against that person. Yes. Your marriage is not working. It's somebody who is doing it. There is delay. Somebody is doing it. There is failure. Somebody is doing it. We always ignore what is our responsibility to look for. Because God gave man everything that the man needs to make a living. And those who have discovered it, they are building it. They are building upon it. And we are looking for people who are responsible for our lives. You know, until you change that mindset, that even though somebody might be responsible for certain things in your life, that person is not the final answer to your life. Let me say it again. I said, of course, there are evil people around who don't want people to make it in life. It is real. It's everywhere. You understand? But instead of looking for such people, look for a way by which you can come out of it. That is what you have to look up for. Not the person. Not who is doing you. Look for the resources given to you. The materials given to build your life out of that environment. That's what it is. Because when we blame people, we feel we have shared what we feel, or we have told people that this is why this cannot work. Anytime you blame somebody, you are saying that I am not the cause, you are the cause. So any effort to live any successful life is out, because we have concluded that this is a person doing us. This is a person doing us. We don't have anything to worry about. This is a person. Are you listening to me? Yes. There are nations that they never regarded them, they never respected them, like Malaysia, China, and other places. But they have utilized what God has given to them to build their nation. Today we are running there. We are running to China, we are running to Malaysia, we are running to places. We have forgotten to use what we have to build our life. We are now looking for people who has built their own to do and take glory in it. Meanwhile, you have what it takes. They have given you everything that you need to make a living. I hope I'm blessing someone. Wave to me if you're around. It's important. So from today, what you are going to do, what I'm urging you to do, is to receive this information that everything is given to me. Number two, to discover what is given to me and then utilize it. Genesis 26, verse 1. Another story there you have to learn from. Running away is not solution. Knowing what you have is the solution. Utilizing what you have is the solution.
Genesis chapter 26, verse 1. And there was a famine in the land, beside the first famine that was in the days of Abraham. And Isaac went unto Abimelech, king of the Philistines unto Gerar. Verse 2, and the Lord appeared unto him and said, Go not down into Egypt, dwell in the land which I shall tell thee of.
Hold on, you see, it's like a repetition of what has once happened. In the days of Abraham, there was a famine, and Abraham ran away and went to Egypt to escape the famine. Then his son Isaac also came on the scene, and the same thing repeated itself. And he remembered that the father ran away from the famine, so he too wanted to run away. God said, don't go, don't follow what your father did, don't repeat what he did, but rather dwell in the land where I shall tell thee of. When you go read the whole chapter, you see how successful Isaac became. Because all that Isaac was going to look for was in the place that he was running away from. Everything Isaac needed to make himself out from the famine was in the place. It wasn't outside the place. Whatever we may be looking for in life, thinking that they are far away, most times they are very close to us. Most of the things close to us. That's what I told you earlier on, that some Chinese people, some people come from like Lebanese people who come to Ghana, and then they come and they'll be creating jobs, and we are here and we say there's no job. We are here and we say there's no this, there's no that. But people will come and see what we are not seeing. Because we can all be looking at this speaker, but I can look deeper to the speaker than the way we are looking at it. There are people who are here, they have never traveled anywhere, but they are very successful people. There are people who don't even know airport, but they are very successful. And there are people who have also traveled abroad and they are failures. Because it's sometimes not where you go, it's what you have and what you have discovered. It's not where you go sometimes. Because Isaac wanted to run away, but God said, don't go, stay here. Because everything you are going to look for, they are here. They are right by your side. Right by your side. Discover it, utilize it, and make a living out of it. Are you receiving something? It's important. So one prayer I'll advise you to pray is the prayer of that your eyes will open. Because everything we need has been given to us. It's up to us to discover how and where it is and how to utilize it. So Isaac wants to run away. God said, don't run away. Stay here. Stay here. Everything you ever need is here. It's right by your side. I am not saying traveling is a bad thing. Because there are some of you that God has destined that your blessing is outside the country. Fine. There are some of you, your blessing is somewhere else. All comes to the same point. Discovery. All come to, whether you travel or you stay inside or you do something, all comes to one thing, discovery. If you discover that your destiny is outside the country, you pursue that destiny. If you discover your destiny is not in any country but it's in this country, you begin to pursue it. All you need is discovery. When you discover it, you pursue that direction. When Isaac discovered that the blessing was not in Egypt, but the blessing was in where God told him to stay, he prospered. He went on, the Bible says, became very great and became very, very great. Why? Because he discovered what God has given to him. Amen. So your spirit, your soul, your body, every provision is made. Spiritually and material is made. There's nothing like something new coming. Everything is already there. What you need is to discover it and to walk in it. It's simple. You remember the 4 lepers men in the Bible? There was famine in the land. They cannot enter into the city. So they decided to move. And when they moved, God used their movement to bring a miracle into their lives. Let's change our mentality of apportioning blame to people. Let's change it. This is what has set Africa back. This is what has set Africa back and has set a lot of people back, because we are always looking for people to put the things on their head. I told you earlier on that you can't even blame witches, because Jesus has told you that even witches, you must not suffer them to live. So he has given you a solution. You see, you must not blame anything or anybody. You take the blame yourself and begin to utilize what has been given to you. I'm telling you the truth. Be responsible. Take responsibility yourself and utilize what God has given to you to make a living. God didn't create you empty. He created you with a potential, with ability, with grace. And that which he has given to you, he wants to use. You see some women who will tell you that use what you have to get what you want. There's nothing like that. There are some ladies who tell you that use what you have to get what you want. How long have you used that machine? It is going to grow old. And nobody will patronize it anymore. Use what you have. Give men what you have and take what they have. So they have one man here, one man there, one man here, one man there. Check those people, they are alive. 99% of people who do that, they end up empty. They can't build, they can't do anything. Their life is empty. People who follow people's husbands, people who follow people's wives, how do they end their lives? Empty. Empty. Use what you have. How many of you have heard that word in your life? To get what you want. What do you have that you are using to get what you want? That thing will grow old. And new starlets will come in on board. And nobody will remember you. If you started it at the age of 18, before you be 45, 50, buy a mre. Now those men that gives you money because you are using what you have to get what you want, they will now be looking for starlets under 18, because that's where they pick you from to bring you into the national team. They pick you at the age of 18 to bring you to national team. Won't you go to retirement? Abedipili have gone to retirement. Tony Yebu have gone to retirement. So whatever you have, you will retire soon. When now all the thing in front of you has given up, you use silicone to chalk it, it's still falling. Have you seen people that you see that you have even applied makeup yet and cheat? When you make Google, you apply makeup, you see that the tea and cheat. When they see, they know that you are old woman. Nothing can change it. You are old woman, you are old woman. When you see an old man, who do you recognize that old woman? The flesh on her face is falling. There is nothing attractive about any old woman. It's true. It's only attracted to old men. No old woman is attracted to any young man. That young man is not a normal person. It's true. 18 years. You are dating 65 years. Something must be wrong with you. I've seen people work here with women like that. 75. How old are you? 35. That is your mother. And you are not even shy to be kissing such a woman and be romancing such a woman. I don't know how you feel. Abrewa say no miamiano. Something must be wrong with your sister. When I see some of the young men bring women like that, I wonder how they look at their face. Because you need to look at the person's face, eyeball to eyeball, shoulder to shoulder, and do your skills. And now you realize that the persons you are looking at, she resembles your... Yes. You are not shy. You are bold. No. So there's nothing like using what you have to get what you want. It will fade out. What has God given to you? Ability, potential, skills to use it to improve on your life. You don't need to blame this person. You don't need to blame that person. You don't need to blame this person. All you need is to discover what God has given to you. That's what the white people have done. They've discovered. Look at somebody like Messi. He was discovered when he was a little boy. Barcelona picked him when he was a little boy. And there are many more youngsters in the Barcelona junior team. And they are trained on, they are very skillful. Here, we like misplacing abilities. They are seeing that you can be a footballer. They say you should go and learn mechanic work. This is Africa for you. They cannot discover potential and ability. Most often, it's not degree, it's not diploma. It's potential. Most rich people in this world, they are not educated people. They discover what they have, they utilize it to build their destiny. Here we force people. You see people, all kinds of doctors today and nurses, they were forced. They say your height, the height you have, you can be a policeman. Won't you become policeman taking 22 cedi? Because that is not your destiny. That is not your future. We fail to discover what God has given to us to utilize it. Even if you're a slow person, it's for a reason. You are a fast person, it's for a reason. You are tall, there is a reason. You are strong, there is a reason. Do you know people who have gone to read law, but they are selling at the market? Because they just want to be associated with name. Oh, you know, when they are reading your biography, or maybe they are reading something about you, they will say, oh, he's a doctor, he's a lawyer, and that's why we have chosen people to lead us in the country. A man cannot deliver just because he has doctorate degree. They put him there. Yes, they put him there. That's why the country is being messed up. Not only here, many countries are messed up in Africa because of wrong location, wrong places. They put people who are not supposed to be there. I remember I used to have a friend, whenever we are going to a place, he would ask me, when we go, speak. You have to talk. He's gifted. The anointing is upon him, but when we go to a place, he ask me to talk. Say, Tinte Kasa. Then I'll grown up, I say, sit down. And I'll take the word 1, 2, 3. When I finish, say, you have really spoken. He recognized what I have and utilize it for his glory. But what do? We put people into wrong things. Because we are blind, we can't see. Those days, even there are some women that they take them to become Roman sisters because they cannot manage their home. It's true. Managing a home is a whole ministry to raise children and to build. It's a whole ministry. It's not money that does that. It's an ability that makes you do it. It's an ability that makes you do it. So there are even women, when your parents discover that the way you are, you cannot raise family, they will take you and go and give you to Roman fathers to build you to become a Roman sister. That's why you can see mothers who have given birth, but none of the children are successful. None of the children are outstanding children because the mother doesn't have what it takes to do that. You see one mother like that, giving birth to 10. All of them will succeed. Maybe selling kinky or selling ice water. All the children will go to school. All the children will be there. Somebody too will give birth just like that. Nothing. So you discover what you have been given, you utilize it. 2 Peter chapter 1, verse number 2 and 3. Read it for us.
2 Peter chapter 1, verse 2. Grace and peace be multiplied unto you through the knowledge of God and of Jesus our Lord. Verse 3. According as his divine power hath given unto us all things that pertain unto life and godliness, through the knowledge of him that hath called us to glory and virtue.
You see, according as his divine power hath given unto us all things. He repeats it again. All things, everything we need, he has provided it. Now it takes you to be informed about what it is. It takes you to discover it and utilize it. And that one is your own responsibility. To be informed is your responsibility. To discover is your responsibility. To utilize your... It's no more God. God is no more going to do that one. He has given you the things. Now he expects you to discover it and use it. But you see, today, even what God has given to us, we are still asking him to give it to us back. You see, most of the things God has given to us, we are asking him to give it back. We are in church praying, God give us, oh God give us, oh God give us. If we should have very intelligent leadership in the whole of Africa, Africa will never borrow money. Because everything we need as Africans is given to us. What we have, most of the European countries don't have. I'm telling you, the mineral resources we have, they don't have. Yet we go to them to borrow from them because we have never had smart leadership. Leadership that is smart to utilize what they have to build the country and to build the continent. So we keep going to borrow. We don't even trust what we have. Because it's another thing to have something and you don't trust what you have. We build hospitals, well-equipped hospitals, European standard. But when we are sick, we don't go there. They have to fly us abroad. It means we don't even trust what we have. It's true. We don't trust what we have. It's like being here and going for prayers. You are here, then you go say, there's prayer here, you go there. There's prayer there, you go. Why you are doing that is because you cannot see. Because if you can see, you know that whatever you are going there to look for is available. What you need is to connect. That is all. Formerly, people that were here, they never gone for prayer. You won't see anybody say, I'm going here for prayers. Because everything you need, is it time, is there. But those who are blind, they couldn't see. But those who are not blind, they saw it. And because they saw it, they took advantage to benefit out of it. He has given us all things that pertaining to life and to godliness. You see, so everything we need to live a godly life, everything we need to live as citizens, everything we need to live as people, he has given it to us. It's provided. What we need is for our eyes to open to see it and discover it and then utilize it to improve our lives. You know, you can live in an area where you don't see what the people need in the area. There are area people live in it that they can open a big business in that area, but they cannot see what people need in that area. Then they will go to town. They say they are selling at Accra. Sometimes in an area, you can know what the people need by when you start with one business. Maybe you start selling sugar. Somebody can say, you don't have granite. You know they will need granite in the area. They come, they say, you don't sell minerals, you add. You don't sell this one, add. Before you realize you are opening a supermarket with everything, so people will not go to town. Sometimes I wonder, it's a long time I've gone to Hachu. Even it's a long time I've gone to Accra. Because most of the things you are looking for is in the area now. When you go to Hacho now, you see a lot of shops are open. So you can't go anywhere, even Domi is long time. Because a lot of places have been open. People are fighting for what they already have. You are praying for things you already have. You have a good pastor. You don't pray for a good pastor. Are you listening to me? You have good children. You don't pray for good children. You utilize them. Are you listening to me? If at the age of 12 or 16, I'm still looking for house help, something must be wrong somewhere. At the age of 16, my children at the age of 16, we still have our house help, serving, sweeping. Something must be wrong with the children. 13, 14, they should be able to take over, to do things, so that that person too can go and continue his destiny. So you make discoveries. And one thing I want to educate you on that is that Africa will like entertaining people who are supposed to be creative. You see somebody at the age of 35, he's still staying in his father's house. He will go and roam and come and say, what did you prepare? Manje January mami. Bibi na how? We encourage people to fail in Africa. You know, in Europe, when you become homeless, you are homeless. Go to America. There are people in America who are homeless. When you cannot pay your rent, they remove you out. So you will be sleeping on the street. So it will make you to be serious. Here, there are people who go around. You understand? Because there are people who are entertaining them in their failure. That's why they are not succeeding. You know why people say I'm difficult is because of where I'm coming from. You know, when you have nobody, you are serious towards everything. When family they are grow cry on yemi so means say basa basa. You don't see me laughing basa basa because you don't understand. Who's three basa basa? I mean, what problem? You don't have anything thinking about. Very I attend everything serious, every decision serious, because you see, I have no uncle, I have no auntie, I have no brother, I have not nobody. They are there, but they can never contribute into my life. So anybody who is serious, anybody who is ready, anybody who is determined, they have become my family, and we move together to build our lives together. That's the way I move. So everybody here that is available, I move with them. If you drop, I drop, I leave you. I look for those who are ready. Anyone that listens to the teachings I give here, your life will be better. For sure. You will never make mistake. Your life will be better. He has given us all things that pertaining to life and godliness. So there's nothing you are lacking. Everything is given to you. When your child is growing, you begin to discover what the child can do. You know, to be a nurse is a calling. To be a doctor is a calling. That's why we have all kinds of nurses and doctors today who situation have put them inside. Even police is a calling. Soldier is a calling. Recently I was watching soldier training. Some people, they were recruiting them. They said they cannot continue. Even my elder brother's son, he went for soldier training. Before they are looking for him, they cannot find him. When they told me he was going, I was crying because I know. You see, you develop what God has given to you to make a living. All of us have unique talents, unique ability, because that is what God gave it to us, and we must refine, polish it, use it to change our world. Can I hear a big amen? Never encourage anybody to fail. Encourage people to succeed. Even your children, make them responsible. Are you listening to me? Make them responsible. Make your wife responsible. Make your husband responsible. Make your children responsible. Let's not build failures, because in Africa we have built a lot of failures by our so-called sympathy. We have built failures. Yes, we have built failures by sympathy. I always say that if your mother can encourage you, that encouragement is the best. If your mother can discourage you, it's a very strong discouragement, because he gave birth to you. They are making contribution. Everybody must make contribution. Everybody. Everybody must make contribution. Oh, this person doesn't have. That's why we make them to fail. We make them to fail. Because when people are not pushed, their ability will not come out. One of the ways to bring ability out of people, to push them, to pressurize them, what is in them will come out. You see, what is in them will come out. Now when we leave yourself, oh, leave them. Whatever they want to do, leave them. You will realize that they can never develop. I chose, let me say this, I chose in my life not to be a burden, but to be an inspiration. I chose it. I determined that I will never be a burden in my father's house. I will never be a problem in my father's house. I determined that I would stand and to prove that God gave me something. And that is your life. That should be your life. That should be your decision. Oh, I don't know why nobody wants to associate with that. I don't know why my life is like that. I don't know. No, you have it. Open your eyes. See it. Utilize it. Men can say that you are nothing, but you can make yourself something. Men can say that you are useless, but you can make yourself useful. We must not encourage people to become failures. That's why in my life, one thing I will not associate with is failure. When you choose to be a failure, I have nothing to do with you. I always want to associate with those who want to succeed. Because iron sharpeneth iron. If you work with failure, you will soon become a failure. If you work with people who are serious, you become serious. It's true. Anybody who wants to fail, stand somewhere. Give me space. If you want to succeed, we have to share something in common. Brothers and sisters, God has not created you empty. He created with ability, with potential. As a nation, God has given us whatever we need. We just need good leadership to utilize what we have. As a nation, God has given us everything we need. The Prince of Dubai. They were interviewing somebody who knows him. And they were saying that, how come that all of a sudden Dubai have become Dubai? He said because of good leadership. You know, in Dubai they accept everything. Like, when I say everything, not mean any life. But church, anything, they didn't make it Islamic. Are you listening to me? They open, it's a business center. It was a desert before. They create Palm Island. They create everything, they created it. See what we have here. We have stomach direction leaders. That's why we cannot change anything. We cannot utilize anything. When I'm talking to the young men, I tell them, we must create business. We must do this. We must do that one. I was sharing with Brother Prince, Brother Favor on Sunday. Say, we must do this one. Because I don't believe in living anyhow. Utilize what you have to build your destiny. Utilize it. Utilize it. Remove impossibility from your life. Don't leave things for people. Utilize the opportunity you have and make your life a living testimony. From today, know one thing. God has given you everything. Number two, discover what has given to you and use it. Even me, as a pastor, I am a blessing to your life. Discover who I am and benefit. Amen. Yeah, discover who I am. Discover what I have. Before somebody will come from somewhere, come and take it. Like I was sharing the sister's testimony. Yes, discover it. Because when you discover, you take delivery of it. You take delivery of it. Don't sit down and hold pity party and say, oh, I know that one day things are going to work. And that's what we have been doing as a nation, as families. Never encourage anybody to fail. Make sure anybody who is not making effort is forced to make effort. It's true. Your brother have been coming to you. Give me 2 cedi. Give me 3 cedi. Give me 4 cedi. Find a way of helping him to stop asking. Stop asking. When you keep feeding people, you keep making them lazy. But when you show them how to feed themselves, you make them active. May God help us so that we can utilize what we have. Between now and 2030, if Jesus has not come, let your life become a living testimony.